Yeah. People, we're here live. ESC United live stream. I think the show is technically still going on, and Portugal is going to perform one more time. I meant to say this is a spoiler alert, but no, it's too late anyway. We know a winner. It is Portugal. I'm sure a lot of people are going crazy right now. I'm sure a lot of people are not even available right now, but that is okay. You can watch this later on. A few people collapsed in the press center right now. There are so many Portuguese fans, press, and everyone is genuinely happy for... What?
He's got his sister on stage.
He brought his sister on stage? He brought his sister on stage. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Sounds a little bad right now. I'm just listening to the song right now, guys. There's so much happiness going on right now. Relax for a second. Oh my lord. There's... Sorry about that, guys. There's just this really warming and touching moment going on right now. There's this group, I mean, Portugal, they never do well at Eurovision. That's like their reputation. That's what their job. You're supposed to suck at this. And now they're doing right. Let me get back to normal. Forgive me for being a little bit over the top right now. It needed that moment. But let's talk this through here. So much going on. I need to get actually the list. Anybody can bring up the list? The ranking, like the actual full results. I know obviously that Portugal won with like 760 something points, right? That is ridiculous. And then Bulgaria, pretty insane, fantastic second place. Romania surprised me 7th out of 42 and did actually better than many in the jury. And also was shocked about Austria and Poland.
Moldova?
I'm not surprised about Poland, to be honest. I am not surprised that Romania did so well with the televote, but I am pleasantly surprised that the juries liked it as much as they did. I'm mostly surprised about Moldova being top 3. Pleasantly surprised. That's like, well, I don't know where they ended up overall, but
Third.
Third?
Moldova finished third.
Overall?
Yeah.
Overall, Moldova is third, people. That is crazy. That is incredible. Poor Italy. They've been finished like, what, 6th overall now? 5th? Something like that. So the favorite for like the past, since they've actually basically won Sanremo, kind of went down. Not just by the juries, but also televotes. Granted, top 5 is not bad. It's still a fantastic result. But that is crazy. Thoughts on Hungary? We're all very happy here. Congratulations to Hungary. I'm happy for you guys, since it's my favorite country in the world to visit. The televoters clearly liked it better than the juries. That happens sometimes. So congratulations for making top 10. That's always a very good accomplishment. It's been a few years for you guys, so good to have you back. So I need to bring up the ranking. It's probably not on Eurovision.tv yet, is it? Or Wikipedia?
Wikipedia's not up there.
Okay, Wikipedia's going to take a few minutes. I don't have the exact ranking in front of me. It's a very emotional environment right now here, but it's a wonderful environment. Now we're all just dying to find out the split results, which should be voted soon. Spain should have had 0 points. You know, I am German, so I'm very, very happy that we didn't finish last, only second to last. That's improvement. We're working on it. So I have Zach join in.
No.
So have a seat. Have a seat.
1 second.
So I see a lot of sad people talking here. A lot of people don't like Portugal, I get it. But keep in mind, the juries and the televoters put it in first place. Portugal came from the first half. And Sean, have a seat. I'm going to have to say goodbye to everyone. Why don't you explain your feelings right now? You're a little emotional, in a good way.
Oh my word. That's Eurovision history.
No, it's okay. It's been a really pleasure.
Oh.
Yeah. And I hope
Emotions are running high in Kiev. You can imagine we're getting ready for the winners' press conference, but that was above and beyond anything that Jamala produced last year. I don't even, at the minute, I don't even care about the UK result. Yes, we should have done better, but oh my god, that was a fantastic result for all concerned. How do I bring up the stream? I can't see myself.
Can I ask you just to move just a tiny bit? Sorry.
Matt, how do I bring up the stream? I can't see myself.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I need to see myself in there. Oh my god. Just simply...
Sorry, guys.
I don't like this voting system. I will have to admit, I do not like it because I think it is just far too harsh on about half of the countries in Eurovision. But on the other hand, you have results like that, and I don't even think. I mean, we've got the Portuguese fans behind us.
Yes,
and they are going ballistic.
Screaming.
Portugal are conquering Europe right now, out of nowhere. They
pulled to Finland.
They're in charge of football and they're in charge of music.
Yes.
All right. And I found it, and this is thanks to EurovisionWorld.com.
Oh, we've got the result. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay, just to go through them one by one. Not one, just real quick.
Fine.
I just want to stay with Portugal right now.
Okay.
I was emotional with Jamala last year, but I was bawling my eyes out just then.
I collapsed for
That was
a
incredible.
second.
Portugal are going to host their 50th anniversary in Eurovision.
It took their first time
Can you
part,
believe
I
it?
believe, was 1964.
Can you believe it? This is Portugal's first ever win in Eurovision, and they're about to host their 50th entry.
Keep in mind, I know not everyone likes the song. Some people don't get it. It's that kind of song, if you don't get it, you don't. But I don't think there's anyone in here just looking at, talking about the country that wasn't happy, genuinely happy for Portugal as a country. And
My God, that was...
Yes. I've never had this feeling. I felt similar to Conchita when Conchita won in Austria, or like in Copenhagen, I should say.
I'm just going to work something out. I've just seen something on the results. 1 second. So let's talk about the fact Portugal have been the most. Portugal are basically the most unlucky country in Eurovision history, right?
It's a little bit like.
And they've just received in Eurovision 758 points.
What's that?
758.
758
Divided by 2, that's still 379. That is near.
379 points
That is
on average. If you would have just counted like the old system, 379, that would still be like the second or third highest score in history.
Yeah, you divide that by 2, and that is 8 points off Alexander Rybak.
Soak that in.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And
For that kind of song in Portuguese.
And I think that's actually
absolutely
one this
incredible.
country that voted.
Yeah.
So maybe on average, it's like about the same.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Just listen to this. I don't know how they're not in fits of tears.
I don't know the lot. I know we're kind of like.
I'd be so happy. I know Portugal had a lot of haters, but my God, I was not expecting that. Europe loves it.
thought that Bulgaria had it.
Europe loves it.
Once Italy, I didn't expect the song to be this popular all over the continent.
The televote winner.
Televote winner by quite a decent amount.
Portugal won the televote.
Can I say something else real quick? I think if I remember correctly, six countries received 200 points or more. That has never happened before in history. So the points were
In the televote.
In the televote.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Receiving over 200 points, 6 countries. I think 4 is the record when it happened in 2015.
Yeah.
So the distribution
that's
of the
incredible.
points is.
You could tell because like a lot of the low televote scores were really, really low, but they were still finishing quite high.
Yes.
So right, but let's move on because we are going to get to the point where Salvador is going to come in and do his winners.
Yeah, so we
press
don't
off.
have much, and that's going to be
Okay.
pretty loud.
Second place is Bulgaria with 615 points, which is still so much
over
more.
300 points.
This is still so much more than Jamala last year.
And
Bulgaria got so many more points than Jamala last year, and they're second.
I know, that is crazy. It's also 308 or 307.5 points on average, like divided by 2. That is an insane number. Just keep that in mind how popular any other year Bulgaria could have won this.
This is a margin between second and third of 241 points. 241 points.
It's really loud in here, but it's a good loud.
Are you shocked? This is Eurovision history happening right now.
Yes.
This is.
Take this in.
We're trying to talk over it, but I'm not as surprised that they are acting
Yes.
like this.
Let them have it. This was. They're almost. I was worried they were going to come back for a while.
You know what they're saying? First, the fans are shouting, "Don't give up singing in your language."
Brilliant.
Don't sing. Stop.
Absolutely
don't give up
brilliant.
singing in your language. Isn't
This
that
is-
a beautiful
This
message?
is the first fully native language winner since 2007.
In 10
Serbia,
years.
Molitva.
I mean, we had like last year a few words and that kind of stuff, but not completely.
No. Okay, the Portuguese getting really preachy now. So okay, let's talk about Bulgaria because we've not talked about it yet. Bulgaria, well done. You gave them a good run for your money. I'm quite surprised Bulgaria
best
was
result.
second. Yeah, Bulgaria's best result ever. 3 finals, 3 top 5 results.
Once
That
they
is just
when they
fantastic.
qualify, they smash it.
4th and 2nd, 2 years in a row.
I think they've found their groove right now.
This has got to be Bulgaria's going to really bring their A game.
They're going to be
next year.
disappointed for a day, probably, because they were pretty, they did
Yeah.
so well. But
They did fantastic. For a
but
guy
they-
who was born
they-
in the year 2000 to finish with that many points in Eurovision, that's
Yes.
absolutely exceptional.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And keep
let's-
in mind, 3rd place.
Yeah, let's move on to third. This, I think, is the most incredible result of the night. I am shocked. Absolutely shocked by this. 3rd place overall in Eurovision 2017, Sunstroke Project for Moldova.
3rd
That
place.
is unbelievable.
Both top 3 countries, best results to date. They'll all beat their best.
That is an incredible result. 374 points for Hey Mama.
How many points?
374. It's a big gap from Bulgaria, but that is just unbelievable.
It's a wonderful
For a
rule.
country like Moldova, where they've got Romania as a friend, and that is it. Really,
Yes.
that is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
I'm so, and for the guys, because they are lovely guys. No
Yes.
one came here thinking Moldova would finish top 3.
Over Sweden, over Italy.
No one after the performances, no one after anything, no one after Moldova had done tonight thought that would be a top 3 performance. But lo and behold, Moldova.
And look, when did they perform? 7th, right?
Yeah.
You can easily do well in the first half.
Lo
Your
and
song is
behold,
great.
Moldova has somehow managed to get a medal. They are the bronze medalists of Eurovision
Yes.
2017.
Yes, absolutely.
That is unbelievable. That is probably the result of the night, even over Portugal. Okay, maybe not over Portugal. Maybe I'm over-egging it a bit.
Yeah,
Portugal is
but I
fantastic.
get it. There's too much. It's
but that is
hard
that,
to process
that is
all the
fantastic.
data that's happening. Belgium 4th place. Everyone was so worried she's
No,
going to flop.
let's just 1 second. Just
All
dial
right.
it back. Let's just the top 3 of Eurovision 2017 are Portugal, Bulgaria, and Moldova.
You could
How
make that
far
up.
the
If you would
contest
have
has
like
come.
6 months ago, I told you, hey, Sean, so
Yeah.
next Eurovision is going to be Portugal winning, and then Bulgaria 2nd, and Moldova 3rd.
Yeah. How wonderful that Eurovision
Yeah, you would have
could
been
bring
like,
these
you're
results
flipping
up.
crazy
Yeah.
if you'd done
If you'd
that.
have gone back 5 years and I'd said to you, Eurovision 2017, back in 2012, Portugal, Bulgaria, and Moldova, that'd be the top 3. You'd have just punched my lights out. You wouldn't have.
Yeah.
You'd just been like, you are just talking shit.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, yeah, that's incredible. Let's move on. Bulgaria. No, sorry.
Bulgaria.
Belgium.
Another B.
Lunch with City Lights.
She was like, people were worried that she may not even qualify because she was shaky, but when it counted, she performed. And I'm glad that the juries actually supported her as well to a degree. A little less than the televoters, but it was still not a, we hate you kind of thing.
Yeah.
So she did really good, and the juries acknowledged that. And
363 points, and it's Belgium's second top 4
in
3 years.
Pretty impressive.
They're really in a groove.
And the 3rd top 10 result.
Yeah, in a row.
So Belgium, you are on a row. So good.
Fantastic
for you.
performance from
Split
Belgium.
results are out. We're going to check those in a few minutes. Sweden 5th. I don't think that's a big surprise.
That's about where I thought Sweden would be.
I put them in
That's,
5th, I think, in my
yeah.
predictions. My predictions are pretty darn good.
Sweden with 300.
I put Italy higher. Italy 6th, that's a big one.
What did Sweden get last year?
Sweden got 5th
Points.
place as well.
No.
Points, I don't remember.
Is this Sweden's best points result ever?
I am
know
not
it's the new
sure.
voting system.
I'm not sure.
Okay, here's another big shocker of the night. The big favourite, the absolute storming favourite, over 100 million views on YouTube.
Italy.
The absolute favourite to go through and to win the whole thing. 6th place.
And basically
Italy.
and the juries and televoters basically
Agreed.
Like about 5th, 6th place, something
Yeah.
like that. So it's not like it's the juries to blame or the televoters.
334
It just
points.
did not click as much as Sweden. It's still not a result that's embarrassing. Like a lot of countries would kill to get that kind of result.
No, but
considering the circumstances, it's a disappointing
Yeah.
outcome.
And I will say, Italy tonight was quite disappointing. The performance, I turned around to people and I said, that wasn't good enough. I'm quite surprised. I don't know, the energy wasn't there. The performance just wasn't there. Maybe he just believed that maybe it would go his way. But Italy tonight,
I'm gonna go
I
behind
thought
you and
as
look.
soon as Italy performed,
So I have the
figured
split results here.
They wouldn't do well.
From the first semifinal.
Well, they do well. But
Let's do this real quick here. Latvia, last. I can't think of Latvia. Latvia was last with the juries in the semifinal.
no, Latvia was combined last.
Combined last. It was last with the juries. Slovenia 17th, Montenegro 16th, Iceland 15th, Albania 14th, Belgium 13th, Finland 12th.
Belgium was
The
saved
juries
by-
only put Finland in 12th place.
And then they put Poland in 11th.
Cyprus 10 expected.
The
Greece 9.
televoters saved Poland.
and Belgium.
Georgia was 8th with the televoter with the juries. They would have qualified. It's Czech Republic 7 with the juries. Czech
But last
Republic
with
was
the
7.
televoters.
We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
6 Armenia, 5 Azerbaijan, 4 Moldova, 3 Sweden, 2 Australia, and no surprise, Portugal won. Televoting results, semi-1. Czech Republic 18th, last place, dragging them down. Latvia 17th with the televoters as well. Even the televoters did not get last.
That's
They were
unbelievable.
last. Slovenia 16th, Australia 15th, Iceland 14th.
Wow, okay.
Georgia 13th, Albania 12th, Montenegro 11, so it was not for them either. 10 Finland, so it would have been only to televoters. Finland at least would have qualified.
Yeah.
Greece 9, Azerbaijan 8, Armenia 7, Poland 6, Cyprus 5, Sweden 4, Belgium 3rd, Moldova 2nd, and Portugal also wins the televote. So, in a combined result, Portugal won the semi, Moldova finished 2nd, then Sweden, Belgium, Cyprus 5th actually. Combined, that's pretty impressive. 6 Australia, 7 Armenia, 8 Azerbaijan, 9 Poland, and Greece just skated in with 10th place, 115 points. Georgia, the unlucky 11th place with 99. Shockers.
Should we look at second semi-final?
Let's look at second semi-final. All right, let's start with the juries.
Oh!
I know.
Oh my
What?
god!
What?
Look at last place.
Malta?
No, look at
No.
the combined last place.
San Marino 1 point.
San Marino got 1 point combined. Oh my
Alright.
god, combined.
And that's only 1 point from the televote, but they still got more points than Malta from the televote. So let's talk about the juries. The juries put Bulgaria first, then Netherlands second. No surprise there. I actually had Norway third, Austria 4, Denmark 5, Israel 6, Hungary 7, 8 Malta. So they wanted Malta to qualify, but it wasn't enough, obviously, because I got 0 from the televote.
Sorry.
Stop touching my screen!
Sorry, it's touch screen. I forget, it's touch screen.
9 Belarus and 10 Serbia. So actually the juries wanted Serbia in. 11th with the televoters, but the combined. So, yeah, Switzerland 11. Poor them. 12 Ireland, 13 Croatia. They didn't like it. Macedonia 14. Romania 15. 16 Lithuania, 17 Estonia. And San Marino. Estonia was 6th in the televote.
Look at Romania. Romania's 3rd in the televote.
Yeah, but Estonia would have qualified.
Hungary was second in the televote.
3rd Romania, 4 Israel, 5 Croatia, 6 Estonia, people. Estonia would have qualified. Oh, screw your juries, putting it second to last.
Switzerland was top 10 in the televote.
7 Belarus, 8 Norway, 9 Netherlands, 10 Switzerland, 11 Serbia, 12 Ireland, 13 Macedonia, 14 Austria, that just didn't like it, 15 Lithuania, 16 Denmark with 5 points, 17 San Marino, and 18 last place, 0 points for Malta.
Wow.
So 10th was Denmark overall in the combined result with 101, and Serbia missed by 3 points with 98 points. Switzerland was in 12th with 97, was also really close. This is insane results. I mean, there are always some countries, but
That's unbelievable.
there's going to be a lot of people pissed, but some people happy.
Right. Have you got the results? Sorry?
It's yeah. Can I?
Is it on there?
Yeah, it's still on.
Just-
Here.
Okay, so we'll go through the final results a bit more anyway.
Yeah, this
Have
is-
you got the final results on there?
I don't know. No, it's just a break. It's just a
No,
split the
okay.
votes.
Right, okay, we'll just go quickly through 7th to 10th. So 7th to 10th in the final, in case you missed it, 7th place was Romania with 282.
Yes.
8th place was Hungary with 200. 9th place, they've done it again, Australia, 173.
But thanks only, that's the crazy, it's only because how many points did the televoters give them? 5?
Yeah.
Or 2?
The
2 points,
the
something like that?
televoters do not like Australia anymore. It's the
No.
gimmick is over.
That thing was kind of, yeah.
The gimmick's gone, and it's just,
The songs were good, it was not just a gimmick,
yeah.
let's be fair.
And 10th place, fair play. I'm quite happy about that. Norway.
I'm so
finished
happy.
top 10.
In Netherlands 11. I'm sad they missed out the top 10, but I'm glad they did as well
France
as they did.
finished 12th. Croatia 13th, largely thanks to the televote.
Yes. Azerbaijan
which I
thought
expected.
Azerbaijan was going to do better as well.
Yeah. United Kingdom 15th, and I'm just going to take a personal
You
slant
clicked on it,
this.
you keep clicking on it.
Sorry. I'm just going to take a personal slant on this because obviously I am from the UK.
15 UK, it was a televoter.
Lucy did a fantastic job. She probably should have been higher, but 15th place for the United Kingdom with a song like that, it's not actually that terrible of a result.
50 is the best result since Blue.
Since Blue, since 2011. So it's the best result in 6 years for the United Kingdom, which is, you know, for me it's a great night. I mean,
It's a top 10 result
Portugal
from the
overshadows
juries.
it for me completely.
To a
but-
10th place with the juries, but then the televoters
Yeah,
dragged it
I
down.
expected that. I didn't expect like 12 points, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Austria 16th with a 0 from the televote, which I did not expect at all. I thought people would like his chart.
I thought it would be low. I thought it would be bottom 5, but I didn't expect last place with 0 points.
No,
That is
not at
very
all.
shocking.
Right, Belarus 17th,
I'm
Armenia
happy with-
18th. Armenia finished
That was a shocker.
18th
Even like
place.
the juries put like I don't remember exactly like 15th or 16th, something like that.
People
but I
just-
expected more points from the
At
televoters.
the end of the day,
Wasn't a crazy fan of the
Right.
song, so I never understood the appeal per se. But people liked it, so I'm like, okay, if people like it, then
People just
So
didn't
be
get
it.
it. People just didn't get it.
okay, we got to keep going.
Greece 19th. And Denmark with the same amount of points on 77 20th.
Yeah.
Cyprus 21st, which is about the same result they've had the last couple of years.
Yes, but
20th or 21st.
in the semi they finished 5th overall, so it's
Yeah.
a pretty disappointing
It's quite
outcome.
a big drop. Right, the bottom 5 is very interesting. Poland in the bottom
Poland
5,
does not surprise
22nd.
me. I had them a little higher.
That's not the surprise. Israel 23rd. And from what they're saying tonight, I don't think it's going to be true. I think they will be back next year, but Israel potentially their last
Yeah.
result for now, 23rd
Yes.
in the final.
I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah.
I put them higher, but after seeing that performance, I was like, there is the click missing again. There's
Yeah.
something, it just wasn't there.
Okay, and here's the bottom 3. This has got to be one of Ukraine's worst results.
No,
ever.
it is the worst result for
Is it
Ukraine.
their worst result
It is
ever?
their worst result ever.
24th place for Ukraine.
Neither the
24th.
televoters nor the...
I really misjudged this one. I thought that
me
they
too.
would really
I put
go
it...
for it.
I have to look at my ranking. We're going to do our prediction results, who did best.
Maybe the general public who watch Eurovision just don't appreciate rock in the way that I think that they
That
should
is not
do.
true, because they've put Georgia, just this particular rock song. Because I talked to
Yeah.
people who had, not just, I know you, Georgia and Montenegro, in your top 2 last year as well, but I know others as well, and they just did not care for Ukraine this year. They just didn't feel like it was a
Interesting.
proper rock song.
But then here we go. This is quite a predictable one from us, anyway. But
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised at the scale of how bad this was.
Yeah. Germany
25th
second
place. Germany with from a potential 984
Yeah.
points, 6.
And the thing is, even though they didn't finish last, which I'm glad we didn't finish completely last, it's still less points than we got last year, because we finished last with 11 points.
And then we look at 26th. Spain have finished last with, again, out of potential, I think,
Yeah.
984
Probably 5 points, right?
5.
Probably from Portugal.
5 points.
Probably from Portugal would be
out
my
of
guess.
984. I'm sorry, Germany and Spain. I saw this coming, but I really didn't think the points would be this low.
You know what's crazy though? Portugal wins, Spain is last.
Yeah.
Isn't that like almost ironic?
That's unbelievable.
Wouldn't be funny if Spain now withdraws, like, screw this, we're last.
So
They won't, but
Spain and Germany, what do you do? How do you fix this? Because this is a real problem.
I'm gonna do videos about this later.
Yeah.
That is a problem because
This is something
they
to
have
fix, but-
only got them. It's not Libina's fault per se, because she was given the
No.
song, right? It's just she's a great singer with a better song. She could have done way, way better. But the way the Germans and the German national final is set up, they gave us 2 songs, and then basically 6 or 5 singers, right? And Libina was by
Yeah.
far the best, and then she had to perform 2 songs. What kind of national final is that?
With Germany, it seems like you get what you're given, and unfortunately, even if you look at 2014, when you had so many fantastic
Yes.
songs that you could pick from, like you've told me so many times over this Eurovision, Germany's apparently got an underdog complex.
Underdog
really
complex.
hard.
Yes.
And I mean, I've just turned around. God bless the Portuguese fans are still on the stage and they're still loving it.
That's
They
that's
really
their
are.
night.
They need
to celebrate
Tonight
it.
is Portugal's night, but let's just talk about Germany, because Germany, there we go. Germany have finished last twice in a row. This is their best result in 3 years with 6 points.
Who now?
Really, Germany.
Yeah.
It's their best
Well,
result.
technically best result in far as ranking, but not points.
But their best ranking and best result
Yeah.
in 3 years with
We're going up.
6
Ba, ba,
points.
ba, ba, ba.
How does Germany fix this? Because 7 years ago, you were the champions of Europe.
Because we need to change either the people in charge, or because once we stop working, well, I say we because I'm not really even that attached to Germany
Yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
but once I stopped working within the broadcaster crews even, which was Stefan Raab, remember him, kind of running things, that's when things drop. When NDR, our channel, takes charge, it takes care of the national
Okay.
final, it usually goes down the drain.
Let's have a look at a few of the questions from the readers.
Yeah, forgive us, we just had to go
let's
for that real quick.
Right, okay. What do you think about Israel? 23rd, isn't it too low? I think that is very low. 'cause
It
I
is
had-
too low for my taste, but after looking at the performances and the jury, I'm
Yeah.
not too surprised. It should have done at least been top 20. It sucks. Imri's a nice guy, and they tried.
Top 20. Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
get what you're
eight,
saying.
you
I
know.
thought it'd be top 10. I thought it'd be 10th place.
No, I had it like in 14th in my predictions, but after the performances, I'm like,
What we realised throughout the whole show, and I mean, I don't know how it feels to you guys at home in Europe, but what we realised throughout the whole show, you look at the betting odds, it just completely flipped
Yes.
on its head. So many performances that we thought throughout the entire 2 weeks here have been fantastic. Suddenly, as soon as 200 million people are watching, it just goes. Pardon the
Yes.
expression, it just goes to shit, basically. And you know, maybe it just happens with certain acts.
I agree. I
Yeah.
completely agree. Here's an interesting comment. I don't think people understand that music is art. It isn't about fireworks. Words of Salvador at the end. Listen to the song, people. Feel the song. You will then understand.
I mean, we had in here, like, I was starting to well up. Matt was in tears. I hope you don't mind me saying.
I was on my feet. On my,
and
on
Zach
my knees.
was in tears about Portugal. As soon as Portugal had finished, it was palpable in here.
Yes.
You could hear a pin drop. 3 of us were in bits.
Yeah, and the thing
Everyone
is,
else, like,
yeah.
I mean, it is a love-hate song. Some people just don't.
Yeah, I get
Some people are
it. One thing I
surprised,
want to
but-
add, as far as like, you don't always need fireworks. Sometimes a proper staging can complement the song. I think Euphoria is a very good example where the staging is interesting, but it complements the song. But if you don't need to, then don't just go crazy. You're absolutely right. Salvador didn't need fireworks or just a beautiful backdrop with the trees to keep the calmness. That's how it should go. So I agree with you. Australia, what did you think happened? It just wasn't.
It just
a popular
wasn't
song.
good enough.
The juries just loved it. That was the song of the year where we're just like a huge disconnect between juries and the televote. And I was with the televoters on this one. I don't quite see the appeal. It just happened. I mean, it's their third attempt, you know. So saying that they don't have that much of a track record to be like, well, they'll always do well because they've only taken part twice so far. They still have done well now. What did they do in the 9th place?
Australia 9th.
It's still annoying to me that they finished in the top 10, to be honest. But it's the juries, yeah.
Just trying to find some good questions.
What about Armenia? We just talked about it for a second ago.
What do I think about 0 points from Ireland to the UK? I was expecting it as soon as I saw we weren't in the first lot.
Yeah.
Because Ireland have apparently given the UK 12 points in Eurovision twice.
Really?
In
Ireland
all of
gave
that
Germany
history.
3 points. 50% of our points
So I knew it was going somewhere else. So I
came
honestly
from
wasn't shocked.
Ireland. So thank you, Ireland. Very much appreciated.
And yeah, and we can say this for sure because I've just seen it. Hashtag Lisbon 2018.
We're going to
We're going to well, it might not be Lisbon, but we're going to Portugal.
It will be Lisbon. Are you
next
kidding
year.
me? Portugal is hosting. They're not going to send us to little, whatever.
And because they're just chanting Louise's name, I think it was a brilliant touch to have both of them sing the song
Yes.
in the final performance.
That was
'cause they both
just-
deserved it.
I was so delighted for Romania. Obviously, what do you think about the naked guy in Jamala's performance?
Well, he's going to have a very rough night in Ukrainian jail.
Out of
let's put it
all the
that way.
places you're doing it, I don't think Ukraine is the best place. They're gonna come down on you hard.
Really isn't. Let's keep going. Let's see
I mean,
what
it
we can find.
gets funny, but I find it inappropriate. It's not very that funny to me.
Press conference is starting anytime soon. I think
When the press
There
conference
is-
starts, we'll turn it off.
there is actually a queue outside of the press conference room, which is quite big this
Yeah.
year, and there's too many people trying to get in.
What do you think about? You keep scrolling past.
Sorry. What do you think about Azerbaijan, Belgium, and Poland? So underrated in my view. Jury voting was brilliant.
Azerbaijan, Belgium, and Poland. Belgium was 4th place, so I don't know if underrated is a proper
No.
word for me. I think, considering where the odds were in the end and the performance, I think that's a good placing. Poland, I'm not surprised it's that low. I know that they were just glad they qualified. And I'm, once again, a little surprised that the jury didn't like it a little better. But it is what it is. And as far as Azerbaijan is concerned, I had them in the top 10, like 7th or 8th.
What do you think about this one? Danny62. Too many songs in the final. Some just get no votes by accident. Because the last couple of years, we have seen songs get ridiculously low, televoting and jury scores.
But keep in mind, it also happened the opposite. Think of 2011, where like Estonia, who was second to last, still got almost 50 points. Do you know what I mean? So it just happens.
So-
there were. I'm going to be honest. I find this year there were only a few really strong entries, and they got all the points.
So is it the point then that there are a couple of really strong songs and everyone else just needs to step up their game?
Yes, exactly. It happened before. It's not because there are too
Yeah.
many songs, just because they don't stand out.
Because 2016 was like I listened to the recap when I got back last night from 2016. I'm not sure why,
Yeah.
but I listened to it. There are a lot of very strong songs from last year, and you listen to this kind of year. I like this year, but when you listen to the 2 years like back to back, there are a lot of stronger songs in 2016.
Yeah.
In 2017, it's kind of there are some really high highs,
Yes.
but there's some really low lows.
Yes,
as
that
well.
is correct.
So, yeah.
That is true.
Right, let's go. What do you think of that Chopin Pants accent? I think we've mentioned
Now,
that.
how do you comment that Australia and Austria got a lot of points from juries, more than UK? You were the last, and I was not okay. This was not okay. She can teach them how to sing. I mean, keep in mind, the voice is only one aspect of what they judge. They do judge the composition. They do look at it if it's like something that is not just modern, but certainly relevant, or if it's like within its genre, an appropriate and well executed song. So it's more than just that. I do think we need to think back. Before the rehearsal started, the United Kingdom did not do very well in like polls, predictions, or anything like that. It was when the very elaborate staging came to play, and Lucy's fantastic vocals, that's when she started rising, and people forgot that the song was never very popular, and you can only do so much with the song, with the staging. The song is still there.
I think the problem with British people sometimes is that as soon as anyone says we're good, we start believing we're good.
Yes.
So if you'd have said to me before any of the rehearsals had gone on, the United Kingdom's going to finish 15th in this year's Eurovision, I'd have snapped your hand off for that. Because that is a great result for the UK. That is the best result since Blue.
Yes.
Let's put that into perspective. Lucy was not expected to really do anything other than try and finish above the bottom 5 this year. She's finished 15th. The televote score, I think, was a bit unfair. We should have probably maybe done better because she did a fantastic job.
Now, but as far as Australia and Austria are concerned, though, Austria to me, he was a great singer, so I cannot really fault him. Like for getting a lot of points from the juries. Australia, I'm a little bit baffled myself.
Yeah. Right, let's keep going. Let's see what we've got. What do you think of Portugal and Moldova? Well, okay, we've already said about Portugal. Let's talk about Moldova. It's all right.
It's all right. Don't want whatever.
Let's talk about Moldova again because I couldn't like Chris Boado. I couldn't believe Moldova was third.
Me neither.
We can't either. That is probably the second best result of the night because Portugal winning is always going to take the headlines tonight.
Yes.
But Moldova third is unbelievable.
They're going to go home as heroes.
Yeah. They will
like
be
they became
welcomed.
epic sex guy with like a 21st place or whatever. Imagine what's going to happen now.
He went home from 2010 as an internet sensation, and now he's going home from 2017 as a bronze medalist at the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes,
he's had a pretty
That's
good
the first.
run.
Yes, a really good run. I'm so happy for them. I could not complain because they really won me over with that performance.
Yeah,
and good for them.
Let's have a look, see what we've got. We've talked about that.
The scandal, we talked about the scandal already. Yeah. I don't like it. I think it's dumb.
It's bittersweet for Lucy. I'm happy for the result, but Lucy's performance is so much better than 18th. That's why she finished 15th.
It's 15th,
but there we go. Yeah, Croatia and Australia did rank above her. I've already made my point on Croatia.
And Australia. I'm not happy that both Croatia and Australia ranked higher, but that's the televoters for the month. Yeah. Oh, Australia is the jury's decision, and Croatia was the televoter. Here, let me do it real quick. I have no better way how to do it. Yeah, let me do it.
That's all right. Just go on.
Let me do it.
All
that's
right,
how
fine.
It works. It's easy to do, then you can hold it. What about Israel going out? They're not going out, probably. I found it weird, though, when the spokesperson went into that little, spiel about this is the last time, making it really, really awkward.
Probably trying to get an audience and people thinking, oh no, Israel is going to leave Eurovision.
Writing emails.
I don't know why he's done that, because suddenly I think Moroccan TV, Tunisian TV, Lebanese TV, there is a pricking up going, hang on a minute, we can get into Europe here if we want. Yeah. Okay, right. Portugal's... This is an amazing sentence to say. Portugal's winner press conference is just about to start.
Yeah, so we have to leave.
I think we do have to go.
Because it's going to be really, really loud unless it doesn't. We're going to keep talking unless it's super loud. What about Israel going out? We already said that one. What do you think about the losers? I think it's deserving.
It's too big of a question to answer right now. We've got a couple of days to dissect the results.
What the losers? What do you consider? Like Italy's technically a loser considering he was supposed to win, right? And finish 6th overall.
6th is unbelievable.
Spain and Germany.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean. So there are multiple losers, I guess.
I stayed like till 17.
The point. Now, do you think somebody mentioned Brexit again? Do you think people will now blame Brexit?
I really hope not, but it is a worrying sort of point from this year. Salvador's just about to enter his winners' conference, so I think we will have to try and wrap this up.
Yeah. One last question. The point of this Eurovision is to celebrate diversity. What's the diversity of the Portugal song?
Portugal have never been in the top 5 of Eurovision. They have sent a lovely, serene ballad, sung well.
In Portuguese. How can it be
a language that only Southern Americans will really understand outside of Portugal, generally.
In a genre that would never.
In a genre that wouldn't do well. The show was low key. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't Eurovision, but oh my God, the people went for it. It touched hearts across Europe. We've celebrated diversity by the fact that someone like
think of another song more than worthy of that title.
Yeah. There is no song like Portugal this year other than Portugal, and they've absolutely walked it. I can't see how you can't see Portugal winning as an idea of diversity.
Yeah. So the conference room is going crazy. There's a line we can't even get in, so who cares? Actually, it looks like there's seats though.
It's because you can't get in that way.
Oh, they're just all waiting there.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get in. So I'm going to say goodbye for 2017, unfortunately.
Yes.
But I will see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll see you before the new year, the new Eurovision year. But if not, I will see you in Lisbon, 2018.
You going?
Yeah. Wow.
We're going to Lisbon, dude.
Yeah. Just confirmed by the boss. I'm going to Lisbon.
We're going to
I'm going to get a tan.
All right. I'm going to stay on here just for a couple
Goodbye,
more minutes.
guys.
I know a lot of you guys will now watch the press conference, but this is way more interesting anyway, right? We're all just still trying to breathe and take in what's happening. There are people standing around everywhere, flabbergasted. This is, as you know, will be our last live stream from Kiev. When we get back to our home countries, we will continue with videos, of course, and reports. And so make sure you subscribe, because we're just going to take a few days off. But we'll be back by the weekend for sure, probably before that. I will give a personal goodbye to Sean from Sean. I saw that. Thank you very much. I will. And other than that, we will be back in a few days. We just need to, pack up. I have a long flight to LA. 2 layovers. It's crazy sauce. So, thank you very much. Oh man, this is so loud. Watch the press conference. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for being with us for the past 2 weeks in Kiev. I can't believe we're moving to the next place, which is a little bit further west from where we are now, and south, basically. But that's the beauty about Eurovision. We get to go to a different place every single year, unless Sweden wins again. But other than that, it is wonderful. So once again, yes, the live coverage, we're done for the year, but we're not done. Tomorrow, the 2018 season and preparation will start at ES United, and we'll put out tons of videos all the time, as well as we're going to do hangouts with our readers. We're going to chat and have fun. So don't think we're going to help you with the post-Eurovision depression, the PED. Okay? So once again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and we'll be in touch in just a few days. Okay? Once again, thank you. Thank you again. You guys are the best. And have a good night.